As many of you know already, we are in the midst of our stewardship season, and so I would like to invite Sue Smith to come forward and offer a testimonial to us. Thank you, Sue.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. Many years ago, I was heavily involved in a local church. I raised my kids in this church, taught years of Sunday school, helped raise money for the church's outreach programs, starred in plays, and so on. During those years, the original minister retired, and a new minister was hired. After a few years, I noticed the tone of the church was beginning to change. And one day, in an annual meeting, the rift became so pronounced that I just couldn't stay. I chose to leave. It wasn't too long before I decided to look for a new church to attend. I knew about First Church in Sterling as I'd gone on the annual Saco River camping trip. Anybody remember that? Yeah. With members of the church for years. So I started here. I sat in the back row, not wanting to be connected, too afraid to be burned again by organized religion. I enjoyed all of Pastor Jonathan Wright Gray's sermons, and the people were so warm and caring, but I couldn't become invested. Then I was asked to teach Sunday school, and I said yes. I began to love teaching again, and this made me feel more connected to First Church. Time marched on. Pastor Jonathan retired. I enjoyed the interim ministers. And about 15 years after walking through the doors of First Church, when Pastor Robin was hired, I decided to join the church. Robin's words to me, "It took you long enough." I didn't know you were going to be here either, but I left it in. So why First Church? This church is truly comprised of a group of people who wish to make heaven on earth. Sometimes I feel as though I'm living in a dystopian universe. In these hot mess times, the church links the biblical text to the reality of this day. This church voted to be open and affirming. We believed we could do hard things during the pandemic, providing services to so many in desperate need, rose up against social unrest. We fed the hungry, helped the needy, and together we worked to figure out a path forward. Now, like anything else in life, these things don't get done without money. I'm a retired children's librarian, and retirement means that I don't get to spend money like I used to. I have to make choices as to how to spend my small pension. I recognize the fact that this church is the church I've always looked for, and so I gratefully give to support it and all of its endeavors. We do not just follow Jesus' teachings, we live them. I love that our parishioners are a blending of various faiths, beliefs, and social backgrounds. Our home base is this building where we worship together and plan all of our outreach. Like my home, it is very old and needs to be constantly maintained. Our funding helps us to pay for the church's staff. They organize the church's affairs, email important information, bring us inspirational music, keep our church clean, stream our services over the internet, and so much more, so that all that wish to attend our church can. There are no barriers to our church. Our fearless leader, Pastor Robin, fills our souls each week with words of encouragement, care, and concern for all people. It reminds us that our mission is to bring heaven on earth. No matter how stressed I feel when I enter the church, I always leave feeling refreshed and uplifted. I absolutely believe that love wins. When we make our pledge to First Church, it helps the movers and the shakers to know what might be possible in the coming fiscal year. These are all the reasons I give to this church, and I hope some of my points have struck your heart, so you will also gladly give to this amazing church and its ongoing mission. And to reach back to my days of teaching Sunday school, I would like to sing a song, if you know it, and Stephanie's going to play it. Please join with me in singing verses 1 and 2 of I Am the Church.